Hello again, it is me. Surprised. All right, so for today's lunches, I got a couple of things for you, just some really quick ones. I have some shrimp that I defrosted. I rinsed with cold water and I have it marinating in a vinaigrette. I'm gonna lay that out on my pan. I have a double broiler, excuse me, a broiler pan set up here like so. I'm just gonna put it in a little slot so that all the juices can come through. And if you have a little overlap, not to worry. Give it a little bit of room. There, my hand. And salt and pepper them as we do for everything. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Even though the vinaigrette has seasoning in it, it is still not enough once it gets into that high heat. A little pepper, and this is some really strong pepper, so I'm gonna go just lightly on it. It's called the world's greatest pepper. And then I'm gonna pop them in the broiler in the oven for about 2 minutes. And I have a new oven, so this is the first time I'm using the broiler, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know why that's not wanting to do its thing. In the pan I have a tablespoon of butter, and I'm gonna add some onions to that. I'm just gonna slice them real thin. Okay. And once that gets going, this little bugger's kind of tricky sometimes. I still don't have my cooktop in yet. It's on back order, so this is what I've been using. Get that butter melting. But the good news is it heats up super fast. So go ahead and add a little salt and pepper to the bottom of the pan before I add my onions. While the butter is melting, make myself useful. Go ahead and put those in there. And we'll get those browning up a little bit. And while we do that, I'm going to show you the other recipe. So we'll work back and forth. I don't like to waste time. And I definitely don't want to waste your time. I'm hoping that you have found these videos helpful and that you've seen that you can do Veggies Most but still have a lot of flavor. I encourage you to try different things. First, we're going to slice this avocado. Make sure you take off all the labels. Slice your avocado around. Make sure that you have a nice green one. That's a good thing. You take out the pit. Just stab it. And I've got a little garbage plate over here. Whoopsies. Quit flying. I'm gonna take a little bit of lemon juice and just sprinkle it over the top. That keeps it from turning colors. And then I've got a packet of tuna. I prefer this over the can. It's a little less juicy. And we're going to open that. Pour that right out. Get it out there. I typically only buy the white one, but I guess I bought the wrong one today, so we'll just kind of go with that. And to flavor it, I really like a little bit of onion, but not enough to where I want chunks of onion. So to get the onion flavor without all the chunkiness of an onion, I grate it. And then we'll just add that grated onion in there. And you don't need a lot of it, just a little bit. That's not a big quantity of tuna. So just a little goes a long way. All right. So that is enough in my opinion. Just get all that good oniony flavor out. Tap it out on either side, get the rest of it out of there. Now, tuna is very salty typically, so I don't add extra salt to that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of one of the avocados to it. So not a whole thing, because we're gonna stuff this avocado with some of the tuna, but enough that I can get some good creaminess out of it. Go. And you could add celery to this, you could add whatever you like. Mash your avocado in with your tuna. This onion is starting to get a little bit of color in there. Perfect. And then rather than use regular mayo, I am using a pesto aioli. So we're just gonna do a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way. And I'm not trying to make it really wet, just adding extra flavor. And you're gonna have the flavor of the avocado on the bottom too, so you don't need tons. Just keep mixing until it looks sort of like a little bit of a paste, like a pate. Taste it, make sure that you have the right balance of flavors that you like. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of salt because it's not as salty as I thought it was. A little bit of fresh lemon. You'll see that I like lemon a lot. Taste it again. Better. Then I'm gonna just fill my avocados. And I have the perfect to-go food. This wraps up beautifully. And it's super good. You can add lots of herbs to it too. If you like cilantro, you can add cilantro. If you like rosemary, you can add some rosemary. You can add some extra basil. I mean, make it your own. Make it with the flavors that you like. These are just idea generators. Okay, so there you go. 2 stuffed avocado halves. And then I would just wrap them tightly and take them to go. I'm just gonna stick these on my Halloween plate. And we're gonna go back to our onions. They're nicely colored. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in my zucchini noodles. And I'm gonna check my shrimp. They're looking good. Again, salt and pepper. And then they have to flip them. Yeah, they're looking good. Flip them over. Check them off. Perfect. They're looking great. Turn that off. You can kind of see what they look like here. Some nice pink shrimp. I'm going to let them cool over here for just a second. While our zucchini noodles do their thing, I'm going to rinse this off. If some jump out, just stick them back in. All good. Just keep stirring it. If you like bolder flavors, you can certainly add some really tight spices, some nice spicy peppers to this. You could add cayenne. You know, you can really spice it up however you like. I'm gonna make this a little bit more mild because I'm gonna top it with that shrimp. You could even do a tomato sauce. It's super good. Get more veggies in there that way. You could add mushrooms. So really think about the flavors that you like and what you could add to it that would add to your veggies. You know, you can't be Veggies Most if you don't have lots of veggies. So those are the things that I really concentrate on to make sure that I'm getting it all in there. We'll get ourselves a plate. I like to eat volume, but I don't like to eat the same thing over and over again. I like to have variety. I taught 2 hours of water fitness today, and I came out and I was so hungry. So I met my daughter for lunch at my favorite Lebanese restaurant, and I got some shrimp kebabs and some grilled veggies, and it was just perfect. Okay, we are good here. So our noodles look yummy. We're gonna top it with the shrimp. Hit it with some Parmesan cheese. Now, in culinary school, we were always told cheese and seafood is a no-no. But as of late, that rule has gone by the wayside. So if you like cheese with your seafood, you do you. and you enjoy it. I would say use it sparingly because it can pack on some pounds, but it adds wonderful flavor to it, and I highly suggest using at least a little bit of it. So I hope these have been helpful for you. There's the stuffed avocados that you could do with chicken salad, tuna salad. You could do it a baked egg in there. There's lots of different ways to do that. And then there's the zucchini noodles with the top shrimp. Okay, so all of that took me just 10 minutes. And yes, I had it out, but really you could probably be done in 15 minutes if you didn't have it out. So I hope this inspires you to try something new. And I hope that you are, in fact, water first, veggies most. I hope you're weighing yourself daily and tracking and remembering that out of sight, out of mind, some usum. And keep asking yourself, do you need this eating opportunity? Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes you're like, oh well, just screw it. I need to eat something. And that's okay too. And then you just get right back on track. But I'm always here for you, and I really would love to hear from you. Okay? All right. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.